What's happening, troops? I've not meant to say that shit. Anyway, hello there, how yous doing? It's Ravie Davie here, the Fresh Prince of the Moyne Square. This is episode 30. I've fucked this all up, I'm still going to go. Anyway, I'm joined here with my partner,
Georgia.
This is the 10 Years In podcast. This is episode 30. Pretend that I actually opened that and also pretend all that shit at the start didn't happen there, and this is ran smoothly, right? As soon as I get in here...
Nobody would have known it was wrong.
You're right. That is true. But anyway, less about you and me, but we're not kidding on. Right, anyway, I did fuck that up, didn't I? Anyway, let's drink it. I need to still bring it attention.
So yeah, there was nothing wrong with what David said there. I thought you'd done pretty well. It is episode 30, exciting times.
I'm panicking because Georgia's no well, man. I feel I'm going to carry a podcast myself, man. I don't need. I just need to calm down and shut up, man, honestly.
I've got no notepad, no notes, no plans. I was actually in my bed 20 minutes ago. David had to wake me up. I am
sitting texting Caden like, man, be ready for 6 o'clock just in case Georgia can't make it. You know what I mean? You've got to come out today, part 2 of your podcast.
Fucking chair wasn't even called yet. You're on this spot.
Wasn't stating, you know what I mean? I'm just making sure that I was, you know what I mean? I had a backup, you know what I mean?
I was thinking to myself as well, he can't go and do this himself. That would be really difficult.
Nah, well, I had backup plans, don't you worry, honey bunch, you know what I mean? It was either going to be Caden or Bowman on that horse seat, you know what I mean? One of the two. I thought Caden would at least been able to, not Caden would have talked too much, to be fair, but anyway. So I had the backups, obviously set in stone, but obviously, thank God, we've got the beautiful Georgia here, risen from her, no risen from the dead, risen from her bed, just not that long ago, like she said. But aye, we've had a long weekend. I think that's actually part of the reason Georgia's not well. I think she's maybe a wee bit burnt out.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. We had a long weekend in Manchester. I was doing for a wrestling tryout for Pro Wrestling Noah, and then me and Georgia and Bo were down for the For Love of Wrestling convention, as myself and Community Pro Wrestling had been invited down to have a table, which was a fantastic honour. Wrestlers that were at this convention were legends such as Sting, Lex Luger, Mick Foley, Mark Henry, The Godfather, Tajiri, Sabu, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Mike Chioda, just tons of different wrestling legends, and you get invited along to something like them. I also thought when we got invited we were just going to be stuck like in the corner away from everybody. Like our table was here and Mick Foley was like just behind that camera there. It was like it was like a minute walk, you know what I mean, to be fair, but they were, you could see them, so it was good. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was really good. Like, obviously, it meant something a lot more than it did to you and Bo. Bo had the absolute time of his life. I think a couple of episodes ago we said that Bo was sort of going off wrestling. Well, that has quickly done a 360 turn and he is fully back, obsessed with wrestling again. So it was a really long weekend. We went down on the Friday. We left at 6 in the morning. And
up at 5.
The convention said that the convention was on the Saturday and the Sunday, but we were to take all our merchandise and stuff on the Friday. So basically, as soon as we got to Manchester, we were in that arena from, like, say, 10:30, 11.
Half 10, 11.
And we'd had our table, we got all set up and stuff, and then we basically never left that arena till 4 o'clock yesterday, and we had no phone signal.
It was the longest the worst place
ever.
for phone signal ever. Oh my God, it was actually embarrassing. Like, people want to pay the card and I've got like contactless on my phone. I'm having to go out here, mate. You want to like, step outside so you can pay me money for my t-shirt that you're buying off me. You know what I mean? Like, that was pure. Like, as I say, I always say I don't get embarrassed a lot. You know what I mean? But I was fucking teetering on the edge with that one, man. Having to say to guys, like, moan outside till you give me £5 for a fucking poster. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. It was just. Like,
but also we'll
learn so much and we'll know so much for next time. And
everybody else there were pure veterans, weren't they, man? Everybody else there had been doing the Comic-Con like, events scene, man. We were just there with our table and our merchandise, and
people
that was
had
it.
Like the pop-up, like the stands. Now, like the advertisement.
The stands we put. I don't know what they're called, man, but you don't know what they are. You see them at like,
what they're called?
Banners are not, but it's the other things now. The things you see them in charity, like in charity fundraisers and like shopping centres and stuff like that. It's the wee thing they put up. Pop-up
Aye,
banners,
them,
and
aye.
it's probably as Melly, to be fair, man.
And then they had like TVs that had
People have had like me 32-inch tellies, man, with like their wrestling shows running, man. I'm like, that's a belter an idea, to be fair play.
They had like marketing lists, like people were saying like join our marketing
sign up for
list.
emails and stuff.
Everybody was putting their email addresses in, so they were just gaining like all this interaction and stuff like that.
That was a company, Atomic Pro Wrestling in Liverpool. If anybody that watches for Liverpool, go and check them. They're doing a big show Wednesday, the 2nd of April. Obviously, this is me trying to get content out there to show them that I'm a good marketable guy for Glasgow that they should be booking on the shows.
They also had so there was like traders as well, like people who own their own wrestling shops with every wrestler under the sun, Funko Pops, basically Bo heaven. That Bo was like in heaven, and he was just walking about the convention himself quite a lot of the time, just enjoying it. It was kind of like the SEC, and it had like different rooms where like there was like meet and greets, photo booths, some wrestling rings in one room, then where all the wrestlers were, where we were, and it was really good. It was just I wish there had been Mary's, because then it wouldn't have meant we were stuck to the table. I mean, on the Saturday we got to the table 8 o'clock in the morning and we were still in the hall at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was long.
It was just too long, and as well we hadn't really had anything to eat. There was only maybe like 3-4 food stalls, I would say.
Tell you what, but the nachos were banging, man. I did not expect anything for them. I was actually like, this has got to be pure shite, man. They were probably the best thing I ate all weekend, man, honestly.
Me and Bo, we shared the pizza, and obviously I'd said in last week's episode I got all these allergies, but there was nothing really there for me to eat that didn't include
by the time
wheat.
we wanted to get something to eat, everything had been sold out, man.
I know.
The Saturday was heaving, by the way, honestly. There was probably 3 times as many people on the Saturday than there was a Sunday.
Aye.
People were choking to see Sting, I tell you that.
And then after I ate the pizza, I felt fine after I ate it, and then was up all night on the Saturday being sick.
Waiting everywhere.
As well as...
Ravie Davie.
I know it's normally him that's no well.
Is it pure colour? It's like I be sick and all, man. When I'm honestly pure black and rotten, man.
I could tell. See, I got in on the Saturday when I woke. I see that way normally when you're got to get no well, you feel it. There was no signs.
No, I just hit a ton of walk.
And then we woke up on the Saturday, and as soon as we were getting up in the morning, we just had to leave, because what they had said was, if it's busy outside, they have to let people in before 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's meant to start at 9, but if it's busy outside, people get let in early, because obviously they're trying to control the traffic and that. So by the time we'd got there at 8 o'clock in the morning, but by 8:20, people were already in. It was already go. People usually were running.
Usually me, Georgia and Bo wake up, man, heavy, like early when we're away places, man. We didn't this time, man. We woke up at like 7:20. I'm like, here, we need to be out of here. Like,
need to just leave straight away.
And then on the Sunday, there was like a great Manchester run or something like that, man. Pure everywhere. And obviously, right, so I'm not going to go into too much details, but the Friday I was in the bad books, right? I'd get into trouble for being selfish, not for going away to my Noah Japan try obviously.
That was the I know
it was because I didn't. It's because
you can't just say what you
right, because I talked to Georgia when we were at Nando's. Not I mean, when she picked me up for the motor, I talked to her in the motor and in the hotel. But when I went to Nando's, I just wanted to eat my darn talk. But obviously,
no, he just wanted to sit on his phone the full time, right? And if you have been listening carefully on the past 2 or 3 episodes, I'd said, look, this convention isn't for me. I'm not really wanting to go. I think this is one for you and your pals. Go and enjoy yourself. So on the Friday, exactly, that's why you needed me to go.
No.
On the Friday when we went down, we dropped David off. Me and Bo left the convention at 12 o'clock in the day, and we went and checked into the hotel. Now, I can't go. If we go away for wrestling, because a guy screamed in Bo's face in Paris last year, Bo doesn't actually want to go anywhere on these wrestling days out if David doesn't come ways. So me and Bo just sat in the hotel until 4:30 till David was done. And that was even just like, that was just long. We went back and picked David up, and then we went to Nando's. And when we got to Nando's, David just sat on his phone the full time and didn't speak a word.
To be fair,
apart from telling me what he wanted to order. And then he couldn't get, I can't remember what it was you were trying to add to the order. You couldn't get it ordered, and he was getting that ratty way. But he was obviously we were all just so tired. To the point where I was like, I'm not going back to that show for you to sit there and be this. I can tell when David gets to a point where he's done. Like, he's done for the day, but because it's something to do with wrestling, right, he pushes on and keeps going. And I thought, I'm not going back to this other wrestling show for him to sit there and be like half man, half mattress. And lo and behold, when I went to pick him and Bo up at 11 o'clock at night, Bo said to me, Mum, David was sleeping on the chairs at the wrestling show. And I'm like, these people have invited you in to watch the wrestling show, and he's sitting straight up, watching the ring but sleeping. I'm like, people must have been like, there's that Ravie Davie out there fucking snoozing.
No, I had my head up, no, I mean like just sitting like that. But actually, I mean, point to the story. Georgia told me to get off my phone. I put my phone down. I was like, right, sorted. Go up and get 2 hours of drinks. So I got my drink, came back down. George was on her phone. So I was like, well, I'm going on my phone.
I was raging at this point.
I've not done shot my phone all day.
Tired.
I felt those. But anyway, the reason we end up getting into that story is because, right, then on a Sunday, Georgia had either had a chance to go one way or go the other way, right, on the drive. And she's like, every time I've went that way, something's happened, man. So I'm going to go this way. So I was like, right, no bother, same distance anyway. We go round, man, we get caught in all this great Manchester run hanging, but honestly, I did like 30 minutes. So I'm getting heavy agitated, like, for fuck's sake, man. This is fucking taking ages, no, this is
it was
brutal.
my fault.
And I couldn't say it, obviously, man, because if I did it, Friday to get brought back up or something like that, not I mean, I'd have been bad books again. So I just had to sit and take it. I'm sitting there getting more antsy, my ADHD, you know, it's kicking in. I'm like, oh man, this is fucking doing my tits in. Everywhere we went, I end up going like, George, I put that off. I'm just going to look at this and see what way we need to go.
Right.
Up that way to Barton Road and go down, that'll be us. And then I'll be kind of, he's like, up to Barton Road. I was like, fucking shut up, you.
David did goats work, so he obviously knew deep down that the reason that we were stuck in all this traffic, I mean, we were still early for the convention, but because we were aware we had to be there before 9 in case they opened the doors, we were just getting raging. And I was thinking to myself, this is my fault. But he obviously didn't know that. He was trying to show to me he wasn't actually really annoyed. And then the next thing, he starts just fucking giving the Vicky to all the runners. This guy just looked at him like, what is actually wrong with you?
Guys, like, we went down right in the same road closed, but it was like kind of half of them, so I was like, they've not put it on yet. No, I mean, it's obviously, it's not actually, the road's not closed yet, but I'm also seeing like people drive back up the way. I'm like, oh, this is either 50-50, and I don't want to even tell her there's no point in going round. No, I mean, it's like, just go for it, fuck it. We went down, obviously, road's closed, so we've had to turn back up, and there's this guy's jogging down with his wee yellow fucking, his wee runner outfit, and I just went, oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you, mate. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I don't know, just let my anger out, man.
I was like, this isn't actually
the guy well seen me, I know a guy dead was like,
I'm just running along the road trying to run a marathon. I said to David,
did feel better after it.
I was like, we're actually still early. Also as well, never in my life have I saw you acting this way about being fucking late. You're late for everything all the time, never ever annoyed, but obviously
wrestling.
It's something to do with wrestling, of course. But I have to hand it to David, by the way. You grafted that full weekend chat. There's the most chatty I've saw you at wrestling in a long time. It's obviously because you won the running the shows and you didn't have as much responsibility. You were just there trying to get everybody to know you and stuff, because obviously with the all English fans.
Like, see, as well, it sounds daft, but it wasn't like all the same repetitive questions that I did get all the time. It's like new things, not when I was talking about like people were like, so it's like I was introducing myself to a lot of people, so I'm like telling them like what it is a day and stuff like that, instead of like people that all like, the one question I hate more than anything, right, is you still doing the wrestling, right? Because see, if I wasn't doing the wrestling anymore, trust me, you would all know about it. I'm the most social media person there is in the fucking world. Not, I mean, I chase a story for everything. If I was retiring for wrestling or not doing wrestling anymore, it'd be on your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your fucking WhatsApp, all your pals would be sharing that about. I'd have got a story in the paper, I'd have been on the telly, you know what I mean? I had everything for it. You would all hear that I'm not doing the wrestling anymore, so I get it, it's just conversation, I do get that, but honestly, man, it's like fucking smashing me out of the head with a sledgehammer, man. It's like, come on, man. And I'm obviously like, I'm not awkward, but I'm like,
people just don't know what to say to you, though.
I know. So I'm like, I'm the type of person who'll say that to you, but I'll go at you, man. Fucking, you'd have seen it on Facebook, man.
I get it.
I need to stop it. No, I'm bad for that shit. Because it makes me sound ungrateful, not, but I'm not, obviously, I love it, man. But it's like, why not just ask me how my day's been? Know what I mean?
Well, it's obviously, like, you saw sometimes when people were asking questions, there was like a Q&A in the ring with all different wrestlers, and when the people were putting their horn up to ask a question, then when they got picked to ask a question, they were freaking out.
I talking to the
so
stars,
that must be what actually happens to you.
I know.
when people just aren't really sure, but you just don't see it that way.
Obviously, no, I do feel like, obviously, big up to all the Scottish people that came out of the table. Not there's a lot of Scottish boys coming and representing everybody that bought t-shirts and stuff like that.
Most of all the things we sold were off to Scottish people.
I've done a bit of grafting, but for it, I think I'll end up wrestling in Japan now off the back of it. Impressed a couple of people to try it. I even said that to Georgia before I done the tryout. I feel like it's more for they're looking for like somebody who's a bit younger to go out and train in the dojo and stuff
You
like that.
said that somebody
One
was good.
of the boys that were really good at it, he's like 30-year-old, and they asked him like, how old are you? He's like 30. He's like, you're too old. No, I mean, like, boy in the final six, I think he's got to get through. So I spoke to him and that, and I think I will get an opportunity in Japan at some time to wrestle, so that's good. I've also made a wee contact. I think I'll be going back to Italy soon to wrestle. George was like, straight away, I'm fucking going to it.
Well, the guy was from Bologna.
Bologna.
I was like, well, I'll be going there. That's the thing. I was like, whenever I go anywhere with David for actual wrestling shows, I don't mind just doting about myself, but when I'm with Bo, it's totally different because he's just a wee bit scared after what happened last time. Whereas normally I can like dote about, but this weekend we couldn't because somebody had to be watching. Like David was away with Sabu, all these he was way up backstage at this VIP bit, and I'm sitting downstairs absolutely freezing to death. Felt like somebody was crushing my head just so unwell. I was actually taking well more paracetamol and I should have because I was like, I just don't feel well at all.
I had a wee trick as well, right? So obviously the wrestlers charged the fans and that money for a picture and a signature, and obviously I feel like being part of the event and stuff like that, I really didn't feel like I should have to do that. So I was going up and telling the guys, so I was going up and saying to them, oh, how you doing, the wrestler, talking away to them and that, and I said, any chance to get a picture of my way, and some of them were going like that to look, their agent. I was like, oh, you need to ask them, they'll try to charge us. So I thought a wee trick. I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up and ask them for their email address, tell them that I also book wrestling shows and that I'm maybe looking to bring them to Scotland, and then maybe they'll think, oh, if I scratch his back, he'll scratch my back, kind of thing. And some of them did give pictures for Bo. Obviously we go Sabu. Lex Luger gave him a picture because his family's for Coatbridge, he said, know what I mean? And he used to come out here. I was like, Lex Luger, you've never ever been in Coatbridge, bro. You fucking try, kid, know what I mean?
Was he the one that gave Bo nuts and Bo ate them?
No,
he like
he's
them?
in the wheelchair. I know it was Sonny Ono, the wee guy. Sonny Ono used to be in WCW. He was part of the tribe. He was heavy brand new with me. He was like good. Like, I can't say that actually because it'll be burying people. I don't really want to get that out there. But he said something quite. Didn't say anything bad, but he said something quite like slaughtering other wrestlers. So
he gave Bo.
And he went up to him and he was like to him, here kid, take some of these. And Bo grabbed them and it was like 2 nuts. And the kid, go with it. I started laughing. And then Bo's ate them because obviously a famous wrestlers gave them. He's no one to say no, Bo's ate them. And then he's like, oh man, they were spicy, man. I don't. And obviously George is quite allergic to that, a lot of stuff. And I was like, hopefully she's not past that out the way. And man, he's like, well, man, I thought he was, like, I'm not allergic to it, right? But see, anytime I do eat nuts, well, I think I get that wee placebo effect. I start thinking, oh my god, I'm not allergic to these. No, I start feeling like as if my throat's getting like fucking like kind of clogged and all that, even though it's definitely no. So obviously I was like, but yeah, that's what's happening that way. And but he ended up going like a wee drink and he was fine. But it was a good weekend. Bo obviously loved it to go to meet Mick Foley and stuff. That was the thing with Mick Foley. I didn't even need to do the try and book him thing. I just said to Mick Foley as a wrestler, and obviously the woman tried to charge and he's like, we don't charge the wrestlers, know what I mean?
Aye. See, to meet Mick Foley, to get a picture with him was £55. No, £50 for a picture. And if you wanted them to sign something, it was £45. So one of the wee boys that came down for David Wrestling School paid £95 for a photo and for something to be signed. And you think the amount of wrestlers that was there to meet people were spending?
On the first day, there was definitely a queue of 1,000 people to meet Sting and Mick Foley. And I think Sting was even more expensive. I think Sting was 60 and 65 for a post, a picture and a signature. So you think about that, they've made bank, man. Honestly, get their calculators.
One of the boys that was up for Scotland, the boys were for Edinburgh.
Aye.
They what?
Liam and was his name?
Aye. The guy that bought
Jamie.
the
Jamie. I think his pal was Liam. But Jamie, aye. Supercard Scotland, there's your shout out, man. Yeah, we tagging a wee clip for TikTok. Yeah, man. Yeah.
On Saturday, he said that they waited 3 hours for a photo with Mick Foley, and that was them. They'd already like prepaid for the picture, so they had to wait in the queue. The line of the queues were like all the way back to the back wall.
Suckers,
and it was
to be fair, man. Me and Bo just walked up to Mick Folk at the end and there was nobody there and it was shutting, man.
But I basically, it finished at 6 o'clock both days, and on the Saturday they were trying to still get people out at the end. People were committed. I mean, guys are there with a full suitcase worth of stuff that they'd been buying.
No, right, honestly, right. I love it, right? I did love it. Obviously, it was great fun, but some people took themselves way too serious. There was a guy in Roman Reigns cosplay, right, who at the night time after party show was swaggering about with no tap on. Had definitely doused himself in water to make himself look like he'd been sweating. To be fair, he probably might have just been pushing sweat off him, to be fair, man, because he was intense, man. He's walked about with 2 belts, man, fucking swinging about. No, and obviously, I love wrestling, not I mean. If my life maybe went down a wee different path, maybe I'd be doing that fucking thing with shows. Not I mean, if I didn't end up getting into the game of wrestling, but I just think, like, get your tap on, mate. It's fucking freezing in here. Not I mean, and nipples are probably shooting bullets.
He was like looking at himself as well. Like he was like pure swaggering with like the water all dripping out of him. There was a lassie there dressed as China, but I think she must
Spitting image, to be fair, man. Spitting image.
Oh, uncanny.
Classic, honestly, man. Georgia gave me out of trouble because I was China. I used to fancy China as a wee guy, not really know any better.
No, didn't they?
She did, she's like, oh, you alright?
No, he was actually, like, I think she must say it as like an actual job, like an impersonator, because she was the double. And she was in the ring getting a full photo shoot.
I know, man.
Some of the costumes were really good.
Gold Dust. I seen Gold Dust. Paul Heyman, the guy won.
Oh,
Paul
he
Heyman.
was
Spitting
for
image,
real.
man. Aye, who else was there? The wee guys, Darby Allin, the wee boy, not?
Wee boy Logan Paul.
Logan Paul was a belter, to be fair. That's a lot of cash, man. He's spent in that, man.
It was a great costume.
Really, honestly, good weekend. Hundreds of people come up and just talking to us, making us feel like I've obviously like wee bit of imposter syndrome. Not I mean, like, probably don't belong here. But I felt like it was definitely worth it, and I get made to feel like we should have been there. So thank you to everybody who did, and it was a great event. Hopefully we get to go back next year.
Yeah, I nearly killed us on the way home last night as well.
Aye, let's
like
not go
really
into that, because
closest near miss I've ever been in since the full 16 years I've been driving or something.
She met a giveaway and she just started going out.
I don't know. We got off at Gretna because we were going to get food, and I didn't even, I just thought, oh, it's Gretna, it's wee country roads, be dead quiet, actually forgetting that it's one of the probably the most busiest services. And I came out, and then I stopped in the middle of a road, which turned out to be like a main road, and this car just had to like swing right round the side of me.
Lucky you stopped, to be fair.
I know. Oh, honestly, it was horrible, and I was completely freaked out by that. After that, I was like cratting myself, and you kept saying, "You alright, you alright?" But it was because I got such a fright.
You wouldn't answer me, but just say aye and then I'll shut up.
But it was because, like, see, sometimes as well when you get off and it's a country road, it's pitch black, you can't see a thing. I'm trying to like concentrate, and bearing in mind that I'm so tired, I'm unwell and all. I was like, oh, I cannot wait to get home. But anyway, it's done now. But it was good. I would definitely go back. It would be good to take a big crowdies so that it wasn't, we weren't like whenever one person wanted to, see, even if I had to go a walk, David had to come back to the table, whereas he was doing lots of like chatting to like other wrestling companies and all that, which was a good thing for him today, but it felt like it meant that one of us had to be at the desk and that all the time.
Luckily we end up making pals with the guys for talking pro wrestling. We kind of got them to keep an eye on our stuff, but even then you don't want to feel a burden on guys, not even like, can you watch our stuff while we go and gather
that only ever happened when I left the desk twice and David got them to watch it. So David was yesterday Sunday, David was away majority of the day enjoying himself. He was like, oh, I was away up in this like VIP room, you saw the big security guard, and I'm like, aye, no bother. People kept walking by saying to me, oh, have they ditched you, hen? They ditched you. I'm like, pure, absolutely freezing. Like, I just want my own bed. Like, oh, throat pure sore. Security guard wasn't actually going to let us in. I thought they were going to check our bags. I had my big bolt of water because I was like, my throat is killing. But I would go there eventually.
Nah, it was a good day, good weekend, buzzing for it, can't wait to next year. Already just said that, so why am I repeating myself? I don't know. Anyway, what's next on the agenda? No, with your notepad, so you don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go into it, right? Big scandal on Facebook. Not going to name any names, but you've probably seen it, right?
Oh.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Curtis, did you see it? somebody faked a pregnancy. Right. Faked a pregnancy with myself from August 2024. Send a scan picture. It's in the picture where you can make out. By the way, the grammar on this is terrible, so this is me just reading it verbatim.
Maybe you don't need to read the full thing then and give a sort of blurb over it.
Can make out 16th of 8th on the 16th of the 8th. Can only assume was her previous child's scan. Picture told me she was 13 weeks pregnant. Apparently at the time was mine, and as we'd been seeing each other from March to the start of January 2025 until I caught her heavily intoxicated, apparently 8 months pregnant at the time, which, spelt as if like she did not admit. Stinking of drink, clicked on what this was, a trap, as her behaviour had drastically changed. I was inexperienced in pregnancies and was took advantage of. I put my trust in her as she is already a mother. I never questioned this to be fake. She'd never admitted there was no baby. This dragged on for months to keep me there, as this was her weapon to get a grip of me and keep me out. Apparently her family, friends and what knew all about the pregnancy. She went to some lengths to make me believe it was all real. Foolish of myself, but not your average thing to drop on someone and it to be fake at the age of 30, saying her own mother had been helping her to get to and from scans and other appointments to keep me believing her. Was harassed from no caller IDs to threat towards myself, house and car due to her losing control of the situation and playing the victim. It all came crumbling down after months of lies from claiming there was issues to the baby's health throughout. Heart rate was slow and was growing. Right was going to be a small baby. A thing mentioned a lot of make me worry. So she also presented me a scan photo. So she also presented me a scan photo for me to show family and friends. She had communication with my family members about the pregnancy and fooled everyone connected to me and all the scaremongering tactics she used to try and damage my mental health and fill me with the worry. Even when I went on holiday in November, she continued to worry me when I was out the country, saying she had been kicked several times in the stomach at her work. The first day I got there, and ironically, she was apparently in hospital and wasn't looking good, trying to spoil my time away from her own satisfaction. She also lied in voice notes that I recorded about things to do with the pregnancy, even put a heart monitor at the background of one of them to worry me, told me she was in the maternity unit. So I phoned the maternity unit where she supposedly was, but there was no record of her in any hospital in Glasgow at the present time. It was confirmed on the phone. I want this to reach people so they are aware of what she is actually is and what she has done to her so-called partner at the time. A selfish act, but she's getting exposed now as what she had done is wrong, and I don't want anyone else falling victim to this. Some folk have no shame, as they say. The truth always comes out in the end. You can see below, this is fact. A horrible experience, but a blessing. It's over now. I can speak about my experience. Appreciate Sharks, folks. And that was shared at everybody. Surprised you've not seen that, Curtis, man.
I know. See my full Facebook feed, because I had no signal all day when I just managed to refresh it when we got to that hall on Saturday night. Every person on my Facebook.
So what do you think about that?
That is, why would you do that? I mean,
obviously the person's wanting to control the guy and make him feel bad and make him feel fucking...
That's just so out of order. It's actually like so upsetting as well, especially as well that guy's family were probably
excited
and all that, and he's doesn't look like he's got any weddings or anything. It's just but strange behaviour.
But what it says at the end, obviously, it is gutting. I'd imagine I could only imagine how horrible that experience is. But like you has said at the end, that is a blessing, because if he was actually living away into somebody that fucking mental, that would be bonkers. Apparently, I don't know if you've seen, but it was like saying as well on another post that apparently it's not the first time that's happened. She's done it to other people. Aye. Just this is the first person to probably have the balls to just talk about it and not be embarrassed by the situation.
That was good thinking though, phoning the maternity.
I know. And obviously,
especially as well, like, he's obviously worried that something's wrong with his baby, and then when he phones up, there's like no record of it at all.
I probably think he's gone mental.
You would actually think you were going out of your mind, and then you think, why would somebody lie about stuff like this?
So it's a sad situation. I don't really know. Would you call it? How you even get into that situation? Know what I mean? The last I'd seen as well was going out and trying to say it's all a lot of shite and
really?
Two sides to a story.
I've no saw any of this stuff.
But I don't know. I feel like why would if you're the guy? Why would you even? What's the even point in line about something like that? Know what I mean?
Nah.
feel like the boys obviously probably going to be going through some traumatic experiences, so I feel like I don't really see why you would lie about that.
That
For the
probably happens
boys,
to
for
quite a
point
lot
of
of
view,
people.
I can see why the woman would lie about it. Not, I mean, obviously wanting to like, trap the guy and make him feel like, obviously, like the holiday situation. Because obviously how crazy she is. She's obviously probably thinking that what do you call it? That he's gonna be like cheating on her and all that and stuff
Yeah.
on the holiday. She's making up all these mad scenarios in her head, and then she's obviously trying to make him feel bad for going on holiday and try to scare him, maybe thinking he'd come back and all that shit, just for her own peace of mind. Which is fucking mental. Bitches be crazy. Can't live with them, can't live without them, yeah.
Or is this because I'm moaning at you for being on your phone in Nando's?
Aye. Get a woman that lets you go on your phone whenever you want, boys.
I normally do, but I just thought, God, that was like, it's been like the longest day ever, and then we finally were all back
Then
together.
Saturday and Sunday came and they were even longer.
They were, but I was like sort of glad you admitted that you were also really tired and stuff, because like an after party that David was going to go to, and he was like, I can't, I'm actually so
I get
tired.
invited back to the Holton, man, with all the wrestlers and fucking had to patch it. I was a bit raging myself, but it must.
It was the longest weekend in my life. Right, I get asked a question and I keep forgetting to ask you it. And somebody asked me on work the other day if the church is creepy. Now,
Very.
so I'm normally quite a creeped out person, but I don't find the church where we're having the wrestling creepy at all.
Well, I don't actually find it creepy as well, but like everybody else that speaks about it, anybody else that I bring into it was like, oh, this is creepy because it's
Really?
a big eye. Obviously, a lot of take like I've just finally figured out all the lights and all that as well. So, like, for example, when you get into the bit where the toilets have got to be, like
Aye.
that, when there's no lights on that, maybe it could be.
That's good, maybe a bit creepy. Oh, it's probably because there's loads of stuff in that line about in there, but I think the hall where the classes and that are going to be is dead cosy when you get in.
Welcoming.
Yeah, I would say so.
Govern colours, red and
Because
black.
somebody asked if they could do what's that? The what would you call the ghost thingy?
Oh, aye, a ghost paranormal activity thing.
Aye, but I don't think there would be any. Do you?
Nah, ghost and govern. Know what I mean?
The dungeon bit at the bottom looks quite scary.
What a ghost and govern on Shaw Street. Try to get a Watson's pie, man, before they go fucking upstairs. All done, wherever they're going. Know what I mean?
Aye, and I thought it was. Do you know when they asked me, I was thinking, do you know, I've never even considered that. Never thought it was creepy at all. Maybe it's because we went to the gym there
She
for a long
believes that
time.
paranormal shit and all, know what I mean? So if anybody was to think it was, she'd not, I mean, she feels the spirits, not.
I feel spirits.
Aye, vodka and.
Because I believe in psychics.
Nah,
Speaking of psychics, why have we nearly sold 200 tickets in 1 week?
Over 200 tickets, to be fair, not even 200 tickets nearly on the event, right, man? And then George has been going about dishing out tickets here, there, and everywhere.
Actually crazy.
I know, man. I had my daddy's like to me. They text me, he's like, "Is this definitely grown a psych?" And he's like, "I fucking hope so, Eddie. We've spoke over fucking 200 tickets for it, mate." Not me.
Really?
He's like, "Oh, just because somebody's inquired about it there, but that's good then." I was like, "You'll be alright at the bar, mate." Fuck's sake.
Aye, God, I know. So people have been going to the Fairfield Club just to pick up tickets. I think usually when there's events on there, you can just pick up tickets for there. I'll need to leave some tickets in
Aye,
there, I
definitely.
think. But I get a week and it's got to be done. Even though it's
so
in
do-
April, I'm just like, honestly, I
Had
left
Georgia
this
the events
podcast
promoter.
studio last week saying like I'll be lucky if I sell 40 tickets, and I'd sold 40 tickets
Time
within.
you get in.
Aye, like bizarre.
It's because there's a market for it, know what I mean?
Aye, it's because it's women in it. We're on to the same type of stuff. I know, but that
You
it
coming,
is.
Curtis?
He's going on holiday. He's got to
Aye,
Japan.
so it is, man.
Hey, you can go with Curtis and Becky out of
I'd
Japan.
love to, man.
He's like, fuck off, I'm taking you nowhere.
How many tickets do you have left? You know?
I'd say 170. I think it's about 230. Isn't it?
Yeah. So
Aye. But
I'm buzzing, delighted. Thank you
not
so much.
not even get posters or anything made for it yet. Know what I mean? Might not even need to fuck's sake. Might sell it beforehand.
I know. I think my mum had said to me to leave tickets in the club for members, so that they get a choice of getting them as well. Because obviously they pay for a membership in the club. So I'll need to do that. But I am like, that's the 200 and odds isn't even like, people have been reserving ones and they've not yet paid. So that's no.
To get a finger it before I sort it. No, I mean, can't
this
reserve
is-
them for too long.
Aye, this is actually tickets ones that I have actually sold. So I'm
I'm
delighted.
proud of you, told you, man. Go
It's
for it.
our event.
Aye, but it's you that's it's
Fundraising.
your thing, but not what I mean.
Yeah.
The wrestling's your event, but obviously, like, it's my thing. It's your event, but it's the thing that I'm into, and this is your event, but it's your thing. It's your, it's your view.
Sorry. Honestly.
You start doing tarot cards and that's what you.
What?
You need to start doing tarot cards.
I keep getting the things coming up in my For You page, obviously, because when they flash up on my For You page, I say watch them all. And then I'm like convincing myself that the message that's come up is for me. And I'm like twisting my wee life into being like, that pure relates to me. That's what I'm like all the time.
That's what I keep saying. Obviously, I'm no pure, as I always obviously say. I'm intrigued about the psychic thing. It'll be a good night and that. Even if it isn't true that I'm saying, it'll be like 400 people absolutely getting pissed, enjoying themselves in the club, but what was I got to say there? Shit. Meanwhile, when any of my mates are saying, they don't believe it, I know. I'm like, this is the psychic woman's got to go, I've got a Margaret, and everybody's got, oh fucking, that's my granny. I mean, everybody's granny's called Margaret, not me, not Betty, man. Fucking everybody.
No, but the last reading I got for Alex said, who's Cather? So that's David's mum's name, right? So that's
that was her nickname, I know, Cather.
That's a very specific name. And do you know what I'm really hoping for, right? Is that there's 400 people in the Fairfield Club, and Alex comes on the flare, grabs the mic, and she said, who's Cather? And I honestly will fucking die on the spot. She comes to you first. Because he obviously doesn't believe. And
if that's the case, I'll be getting two spirits that night, because if Georgia dies on the spot, she'll be straight up Alex moaning at me, man, to get the dishes done, fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell, man, not even did 2 seconds.
See as well, honestly, women aren't allowed to be in a well, right? Because the day it gets up out the bed, and it's about 7 o'clock this morning. I was off work the day. I was planning on going to Asda, but I've just been sleeping on and off all day. And David comes into me this morning, he's like, we've no eggs. I was like, fucking, I know that. We've been in Manchester together all weekend. I usually go for food every weekend. I've been with you because you forced me to go to Manchester, and now you're telling me you've no eggs. What do you want me to do?
I'm just making conversation, mate.
But,
alright, I'm just having a conversation with you. You moan at me for no talking to you in Nando's, you moan at me for talking to you in the fucking house, and I was just like to make a wee conversation about my breakfast.
What, you walked all the
Also,
way?
you moan as well when I tell you if something that is done right and I don't tell you about it, and then you don't get it. So I was also letting you know, by the way, we've not got any eggs. We won't get eggs.
That wasn't what happened this morning. You were coming in to tell me, like, I've no eggs. I've actually no eggs.
So I was having a wee conversation.
So I'm just going to have bacon. I'm like, on you go.
So that sounds like a conversation.
I'm sitting here, I can't have anything. I can't even have bagels or anything. I'm just rubbing it in.
No, I'm just conversating with my baby girl. You're no reciprocating. No, I mean, you're hating and no motivating. I'm going to end up start chasing. You're the fucking dull bitch.
Shut up, honestly.
Right, anyway. Did I have anything else I wanted to talk about? So anyway, about the Church of Wrestling, the point we are at now, we've had a few bits and bobs done. As you've probably seen on TikTok, we have got the floor all panned out, the jigsaw mat, and I've actually managed to get myself a wee sponsorship with Marshall Mats. I'll need to get all my stuff. I need to sign out the affiliate and that tonight, but that's actually something I managed to secure because of the popularity of the videos. So that was a good thing, but that wasn't actually what I was going to talk about, ADHD and all that, know what I mean? So we've got the jigsaw mats done, we've got the flaring up, some of the flares upstairs sorted, we have put in a wee storage cupboard, and we've got a lot of the stuff around from the hub. And now the biggest and most important part for myself is we are now getting the toilets and the showers and that done. The work gets started at the weekend by Scott at Anik Bathrooms. He sent out Barney to get it all started, and he came in, and I've actually went in the day and looked, and it's already looking good. So next week I think we'll get the toilets and the showers in, and it will be all ready to rock and roll for the 1st of March for when we are opening. Exciting times.
Very exciting.
And also Rocky Ross, my wrestler, who is also a plasterer, actually not been seen in about 6 months for training, has still done more work for the church than most of the wrestlers who've been telling me they're going to help out every week. Not even Rocky Ross came down and plastered 2 walls, so that just needs to get painted this week. So exciting times, can't wait to open. What a day need, right? This is something that I've been asking. My boxers keep poking at my wee shorts here, man, my step ones.
Could you wriggle about the chair?
I end up fucking wriggling you about the place. Anyway.
You're dying to like butter me or something.
You're about to say pump. It's like,
what? I would never say that. Whoa.
Anyway, and I've got a vision, right, what I want in the church, right? I probably should take this to Facebook and TikTok, I don't know. But see the tap where the gallery is, if you've watched it, there's like a bit up the tap where you can look down and stuff like that. What I would like, right, is like a big curtain getting fitted up the tap that goes right round so that I could maybe get something put in where you can shut the curtain so that the Waynes down the stair can train, but people can use the upstairs facilities privately as well, so it can be double like, used, or like, even just like a wee gym for the adult wrestlers or something like that. Just something that we're not invading the privacy of the kids or anything like that, but we're also using all the space to the best of its ability. So if there's anybody there knows that can do that, or anybody could point me in the right direction, I would absolutely
It's kind of like
love that.
the curtains that you would get in like a sports centre.
aye.
See now where you're like half the hall, it's like the big green curtains. So something like that.
That's exactly what I'd be
looking
looking for. So if you could get that, point us in the right direction, we will get it on the ball rolling. We've got Stephen, is it Stephen Brown,
Who's that?
the painter?
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Sorry.
It's Stephen anyway for TikTok, Old Man John's pal. I think it is Stephen Brown to be fair, but I'm not 100% sure. So Stephen, you'll get your shout outs and your flowers soon, my man. He's coming in to do some painting. So it get just honestly exciting times. Can't actually wait. It's good. Right now I'm actually doing a camp Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, February camp, and that's been busy as heck, man. I had 7 new boys sign up today just for
Amazing.
the classes, and I had it's the first time I've seen on the classes, but she's actually been doing a couple of classes when Darrow's there. We see Anna.
Oh, is
She's
she?
joined. She's honestly, man, bossing all the boys a bit already. Not that you're a terror. So got a lot. I even get girls along. Bring Your Friend February has been a success. It's a wee gimmick I'm doing to try and get as much attention for the school. Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Sundays, if you bring a friend along, they get in for free, so you can either split the price of the class between you, or your mate can come along for free if they've never been before. And my Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Sundays have been absolutely busy because of this. Sunday we had 20 kids, Saturday we had 20 kids, Wednesday and Thursday we had 10 kids each class, so business is booming. It's doing great. Big thank you to WWE and Netflix, because this is definitely a big part of it. And also, speaking of WWE and Netflix, John Cena is coming to town on the 24th of March. Big match. John will be wrestling his last ever match in Glasgow, Scotland, and I've got tickets for it. I can't wait. Here we go. You can't see me. Actually, John, I can see you, and I'll be in the seat watching you, my man. Can't wait. Absolutely buzzing. So if you're there for that show, if you're coming up to Glasgow for it, if you're coming to Glasgow, if you're in Glasgow and you've got to that show and you're just buzzing for the rest of that weekend, why no message me and ask me about the show that I've got the day before. Me and Georgia are running an adult only wrestling show, HWFG, Hardcore Wrestling from Glasgow. Our first ever adult only wrestling show. Here we fucking go. £20 a ticket, £30 for a VIP ticket. We're doing something that's never been done before. We're doing wrestling bingo. I've got 500 cards printed off with all these different things on a bingo card, like steel chair shot, blood, DDT, chokeslam, pile driver, all spread about. And you're going to have a chance to win money while watching wrestling. So it's going to be a £5 a wee bingo card. If you get, like, I've not got the, right, because I keep saying this, but I've not got the full prizes out. But say you get a line, say you win 50 quid for a line, and then the main full house is 100 quid. You've just went and won 100 quid for got the wrestling. So even if you're not a wrestling fan, say you just get a heavy gambling addiction. Not, maybe not say actually, I don't want to encourage stuff like that. Actually, that's bank order for me. I was, no, I mean, sometimes I just go and I don't know where to stop. But I do know where to stop right now. Take that part out. Don't actually take it out, Curtis, because it's part of the joke. Not I mean, but actually don't listen to me, guys.
Just get on with it.
I know, but if you really want to just try something new, night out with the missus, not I mean, night out with the boys, something different. Come down to the Fairfield Club Sunday night, the night before Raw. Get yourself a wee bingo card, get yourself some cheap pints, watch the wrestling. Ravie Davie, Hawaii 5-0 will be there. We're going to have Luke Jacobs, the Progress champion. We're going to have Millie McKenzie, former WWE NXT UK star. We're going to have a dog collar match. We're going to have a hardcore title match. We're going to have everything you want and more. So get yourself done, because I can't wait. We've also got the French Revolution in 2 weeks' time as well. A week in Friday when this comes out. Get a ticket for that. Just get a ticket for all the wrestling shows, because it is popping right now, and that's what's happening, troops. And I'm saying that because it's the end of a promo.
Okay, and I think that's everything.
Is that us?
I'm off to my bed, team.
I'm off to the wrestling.
Thank yous.
Love yous and leave yous.
Bye bye.
Would love to be yous.